Welcome to this year's last edition of Mocs News, where only those who are graduating anchor. I'm Mitchell George.
And I'm Justin Lee.
And I'm Anastasia Cherapova. Your news starts now.
A popular downtown Chattanooga restaurant faced demolition this past week. A Chattanooga judge signed an order Monday morning to demolish the Cheeseburger building. The front half of the building collapsed in a march, but no one was hurt. The judge's order called the building a danger to the public if it was not torn down. The order also said the building owner will have to pay for the demolition cost.
Bill O'Reilly is done at Fox News. Its parent company 21st Century Fox said Wednesday. The departure comes after a New York Times report earlier this month. It revealed that O'Reilly and Fox had reached settlement totaling $13 million with 5 women who had accused O'Reilly of sexual harassment or verbal abuse. At least 60 advertisers told Fox to remove their commercials from the O'Reilly factor. Other reports say O'Reilly got a $25 million payout from Fox.
A Tennessee teacher who kidnapped and fled with a 15-year-old student is now in custody. Authorities arrested 50-year-old Tad Cummins deep in the mountains of Northern California. Investigators found Elizabeth Thomas safe in a remote cabin just north of Redding, California. They were on the run for the past 5 weeks. Elizabeth Thomas is returning home to Columbia, Tennessee today.
Dining options are about to change in a big way on campus. Aramark has announced that Steak and Shake and Panda Express will now have locations in the food court area of the University Center. Those will take place of Burger Studio and AFC. Scrappy's Mug, located next door, will renovate into a provisions market that will serve Starbucks coffee. You can see these changes starting in the fall.
Hundreds came out for the campus drag show. Our Emma Hallen explains how it raised money for a good cause.
Hundreds of people flocked to McClellan Gym to see UTC's 4th annual drag show, which was hosted by CAB. Students were able to get in for free, but general admission costed $5 for non-students. All proceeds from the event went to Chattanooga Cares, an organization dedicated to AIDS prevention, education, and support. The drag show consisted of various drag queens, including a UTC alumni and Shangela, an alum from RuPaul's Drag Race. The drag show consisted of a Q&A with the Chattanoogan drag queen community, performances, and a talk from Shangela about how we can create unity and acceptance as a community.
I heard that Shangela was coming, so I had to come here because I love RuPaul's Drag Race. I've watched so many seasons of it, I can't keep count.
These sort of events are hosted by CAB through the funding of Option 1, which sponsors student-ran and student-led beneficial events such as the drag show, concerts, and more.
We're going to have good weather for finals week, but the weekend leading into it may not be so pleasant. Expect scattered thunderstorms to begin Friday night and then lead into Saturday and Sunday. However, the rain will clear up on Monday, and you can expect to have a nice sunny week for finals. For all of our freshmen moving out, it's going to be hot. Temperatures throughout the week will stay in the upper 70s, with Thursday and Friday even reaching the upper 80s.
Students got to unwind before the finals at Mocs Mayhem. The concert featuring the Well Reds was held at Chamberlain Pavilion. This was the first time for the event that featured lots of food like funnel cakes and snow cones, along with a lot of fun with games like cornhole and a Velcro wall and something called a bungee trampoline.
Don't worry if you missed out on that fun, there's plenty more on Monday night. The Communication Department is holding the first ever video night. 4 student-produced documentaries will debut. You can vote for the best, and the winner will be announced the next day at Showcase. You can also see other student work and enjoy free food.
A new book by a local author explores the scenic city and all that it has offered for tourists and Chattanoogans.
Our Carlton Smith has the story.
Do you ever want to do something a weekend, but you're not quite sure what to do or where to go? Well, a local author wants to help tourists and Chattanoogans get out and see the beauty of the scenic city and its surrounding areas.
Chattanooga is just an amazing city that it's always growing and changing. There's always new, and there's a lot of history here. There's so much to celebrate. So with the book, it'll point you in some directions. It's not everything, it's not all-encompassing, but it's a great start to get to know our city better.
Meet Alexi Ruth Ingeseth, the author behind 100 Things to Do in Chattanooga Before You Die. She was born and raised in a small town in Ohio and relocated to Chattanooga from Florida in 2006. While her husband was being interviewed, she got to explore the city and fell in love with it.
So he came for a 4-hour interview, and I was dropped off in the art district with no car and no sense of where anything was or what to do, just to entertain myself for 4 hours, and I loved it. I ended up going and having lunch at Tony's and grabbing coffee to go from Rembrandt's and walking across the bridges and checking out the art museum.
Alexi's love for the city led her to write the book, and she broke it into 5 categories: food and drink, music and entertainment, sports and recreation, culture and history, and shopping and fashion. Also included in the book are activities by seasons and suggested itineraries, like date night.
Well, and I tried to write something for everyone. So, I mean, if you've been here your whole life, there's going to be things in there that you've never tried, or maybe never even heard of. If you are new to the city, there's going to be established things that are just uniquely, intensely Chattanoogan that you're going to need to see to understand, our city better. There's something for everyone.
Alexi said that there are way more than 100 things to do in Chattanooga. She knows this because people are always suggesting new activities to her.
The people who've been here a long time feel very rapidly attached to certain restaurants, to certain tourist things, and you want to pay homage to that, you want to respect that. But then also, I feel like because I've only been here for 11 years, that I have kind of an outsider's perspective too, where I can see different things that are coming up and appreciate the new.
So it begs the question, will there be a sequel, and what's next for Alexi Ruth? Currently, she is still promoting the book and doesn't plan on writing a sequel at the moment. And as for what's next, well, she'll be writing and blogging.
Also working with Chattanooga Mom's blog, so I'm going to be for the next 6 months writing for them pieces that are local to Chattanooga, especially for families. That's more of a family slant for them.
For more on the book, the author, and how to start your adventure, you can head to alexiruth.com. I'm starting mine today. For Mocs News, I'm Carlton Smith.
That does it for this edition of Mocs News. Thank you for joining us. Check out our videos uploaded throughout the week to YouTube, and don't forget to subscribe.
We air on the UTC TV channel and Housing Channel 2.1, so tune in and have a great weekend from all of us here at Mocs News.